Stitch Roadies. Thanks for stopping by. It's a kind of a typical weather day in the Pacific Northwest. It's breaks of sun, foggy, drizzly, rainy, little bit of everything. But things are starting to come up. I mean, I walked around the neighborhood with my grandson, and there's hyacinth and daffodils starting to poke through the ground. So I think spring comes here earlier than back on the other side of the mountain, when we used to be like cheering when in May a leaf might come out on our tree. So that's what's been going on here. Lots of still, I mean, you guys are bored to hear this, but I'm still unpacking boxes and trying to get organized. But in between, I am taking time to stitch and have a little bit of fun. Definitely getting my grandson time in. But one of the things that I've wanted to tackle this week is my elan frame. So for the last week or so, I have been every day stitching, trying to manipulate and learn two-handed stitching. And I can't tell you how much I have appreciated all of the suggestions and all of the remarks. I mean, obviously there are 1,000 ways to do stitching correctly. So you just kind of try them all. Predominantly, everyone says your dominant hand should be underneath. Sometimes I can't get my hand to listen to me, but I've been practicing that. Also, I like that idea of rolling the project backwards, but I haven't tried it yet, so that's on my agenda. I am just really impressed with how balanced this frame is. And it's not that I am giving up in-hand stitching. It's just for larger projects, I'm going to try to do the frame stitching. What I have found, and I was watching Kitten Stitcher talk about her hands. She has a myriad of hand issues, which is really scary for a stitcher. But stitching in hand, I have never been able to, the reason I learned to stitch in hand and hang on to the fabric is I've never been able to hang on to the Q-snap or the hoop without feeling some cramping in my digits. And so, because you tend to hold it tight, or maybe it's just me, I don't know. But anyway, that's how I ended up being an in-hand stitcher, was because it was uncomfortable to grip the frame. Whatever frame you were using, whether it be a Q-snap or a hoop. So I thought that this actual frame that holds the scroll rods, or whatever you're stitching with, might be an option for me, where I could in-hand stitch on smaller pieces and a little bit larger pieces, be able to do the two-handed on the scroll frame. And this elan frame is, it may take a little while longer for you to actually get it because it's handmade by individual here in the United States, and so you can tell when you see it and when you feel it. It is so balanced. I mean, I am sitting here in my chair watching the television, well, not really watching, but listening to television, and that little frame just is so well balanced. What I did try yesterday, so I have been, I'll give you an update on this. So this is my Leo project. It's by Satsuma Street, and it's for my youngest grandson. His name is Leo. But what I really love about this, I'll just give you a little review. What I love about the scroll frame is that the fabric totally stays out of your work area. It's being rolled up on this frame. And so there's no need to iron this. You know, it's staying nice and pretty, and it's staying out of the way. The extra fabric is staying out of the way. And this wood is just so well made. Now what people have told me is that they roll this backwards, so you have to pretend they would have rolled this like this, where this was the front, and that way your front is always staying clean because it's getting rolled up inside. That makes really good sense. But this is just a really, really fun project, and that's what it looks like when it's done. Of course, I did give up on the black Ada. Obviously, I have an issue with black Ada, and this is just, so this was fun. But several of you said that you don't like the scroll frames, you like the Q-snaps or the hoops, of which I have a variety of those. So I wanted to see what that would feel like, because this elan frame comes with an adapter. Let's see, where's that? Oh, here's the little adapter. It's a V-clamp, and it's a little piece of wood with an elastic, just so well made, with a little piece of elastic that fits in the clamp portion, so it will hold a Q-snap or a hoop, not just the scroll rods. So I decided I was going to put something up into a Q-snap and see how it worked on the elan frame. And so here is my Q-snap. So I adjusted the Q-snaps to the size I wanted. I put the adapter into this area, and now my Q-snap is secure in there. The difference between doing the Q-snap and the scroll frame is that all that excess fabric that you might have bundled up, you can put those little rubber things to hold it out of the way, but the scroll rods just roll it out of the way. It's so tidy. This, your excess fabric is going to have to somehow be rolled out of the way. But this is my little gnomes. I shouldn't show you that copy, but let me see. Where is the front of this? Oh, it's right there. So, Jardin Prive, my little gnomes. I was really excited to get that back out. I thought it was the perfect project to put in a Q-snap and see how it worked on the frame, because I have an exciting thing that I'm going to do with this project. I originally was going to make it as a baby sampler, but I changed my mind. I received my Supreme Organizer from Yazzie Bags, and I'll put the link down below. Yazzie Bags is a company out of Australia, but they ship out of the United States. So when you order a certain amount of bags, shipping's free. But when I saw this organizer, and it's going to be great for cross stitch. It's called the Supreme Organizer. So if you travel, you know, either in a car, an RV, or you're flying, these bags are so well made. So this is the Supreme Organizer. Look at that size compared to my head. Yeah. And I love this red color. I just think that when I'm done with it, this can be my cross stitch organizer. So when I'm done with that, I'm going to mount it to the front of this bag. I'm going to stitch it onto the front. Isn't that going to be cute? It's going to be so cute. That little red toadstool house. So the Supreme Organizer is going to hold more than one project because it's an organizer. What can I say? There are so many pockets in here. There's all these fabulous, fabulous pockets. Look at this. For floss, you could actually put a little sticker here and say this floss is for you know, for whatever project. This floss is for this project, so you can carry multiple projects in this bag while you're traveling. Because I don't know if you are like me, but if I were to just take one project, thinking that it'll force me to get it done, it actually creates a little bit more stress for me. I like to jump around. And then there's 4 little projects, you know, pockets. 4 little pockets. You know, you can put your needles, your scissors. I mean, look at this bag. Amazing. And it's tough enough, the fabric that it's made out of is tough enough that this is, I mean, really, originally Yazzie designed these for travelers, for their jewelry, for their, you know, whatever they're traveling with. So this fabric that this is made out of and this strap is like really tough. It really stands up. And you could use it also, you know, look at over your shoulder. You've got a shoulder bag, you've got your cross stitch that you don't want to get lost in the luggage place, and your wallet. Everything can go in this one bag. And then I'm going to put this really cute cross stitch on the front of it. So this will always be my cross stitch traveling bag. Yeah, so I'll put the link for these for Yazzie.com, and so you can take a look there. And I'll have future videos with other Yazzie bags because they are amazing, amazing. So this one, don't forget, this is called the Supreme Organizer. It is worth every penny. Store all your accessories for quilting, patchwork, embroidery, needlework, papercraft, and beading. I mean, really, it's 18 zippered pockets of various sizes. 15 of those pockets you can actually see through, so you're not going to lose everything. Yeah, so I'm definitely going to be traveling with that one. So now I'm really motivated to get this these little gnomes done, you know, to put them on the front of my bag. So back to the eland frame, it is works fantastic with the Q-snap or with a scroll rod. So I've got those 2 projects that I have been doing. Let's see, trying to get the projects that give a little bit of an update. I haven't gone through all my projects. I still have about 3 days left of my hunt for my long dog, but I haven't done much more on this. But this was the Bent Creek. Let's see here. Can you see that? What? Let me turn this light off. Maybe that'll, I can see a little bit better. So, this one I'm doing in hand. And then I started G's birthday stitch. Oh, yeah, you might have seen this. It's a very old chart. I mean, it's an amazing sentiment. The original cost of this chart was 35 cents, you know, and it's The Art of Cross Stitch, Designs by Linda Myers. But let me tell you, I don't know if you can tell by that, but it is confetti heavy. Confetti heavy, yeah. Like, the more confetti on a cupcake, the better, but oh my gosh. So, how I decided to do this was, the only way I was going to be able to do this correctly was to keep up with, where's the original paper? Oh, there it is. Was to enlarge it, because I couldn't even see it. Even with my magnifiers on, it was hard to see. And I'm going to show you a portion of the chart, because it won't make any difference. This is out of print anyway. The only way I was going to be able to do this is to actually sit at a table and do in-hand stitching, because I need to mark off every stitch I took. So this is enlarged to 150 on my printer. Is that crazy? I mean, can you even see the amount of changes? So I had to use a highlighter to mark off. So I'm stitching in hand, sitting at a table with this there, so I can mark it off as I go along. This is not, in my mind, for the faint of heart. I mean, 150%. Yeah. So I started it on his birthday, and let's see. Here we are. That's how much I got done. It's a good thing that I don't have this scheduled to be done till his next birthday. But that I have done is only this one little spot across the bottom. Yeah, not for the faint of heart, let me tell you. And I'm so glad I blew it up, but holy moly, these old eyes. I went to, I had my DEXA scan as per my doctor's request, and surprise, surprise, I have arthritis in my spine. I could have told them without a DEXA scan. And I have more arthritis. Heck, I feel like I have arthritis in my brain. I have more arthritis after this move, I am sure. So those are the only 4 that I have been, that I have touched in the last week. I know that I have my next, I have to pick my next and kit it up. My next Orny for the hashtag monthly Orny Sal, or as Becca and Audrey from Stitchywitch42 and Sambrie Stitches call it, a horny Sal. Huh. I'm going to have to pick my February ornament, and so I haven't done that yet, but I'm going to. I got something in the mail too. Oh my gosh. I got this in the mail. This box. You know these boxes from the United States Post Office? You can stuff as much as you can in them, and it costs you the same to ship. Holy moly. Sweet little bouquet card. Yes. And Karen, nice little note. You know what's in here? This was her mother's, when she was cleaning out her mother's apartment. Mom will know that it went to a good place. Floss. Floss, floss, and more floss. And I love how her mom, or maybe Karen did this, had the different colors of DMC in different baggies. So pink, orange, browns, greens, purples. You know, there's so many different kinds of purples that I'm hoping that I can figure out how to do that iris for my friend Sue, whose sister started that. But I mean, this is like stuffed full, and she said I can keep it or I can share it. So as the year progresses and I do some giveaways, I'm going to be slipping some floss. But what it did make me think about is my organization of floss. You know, I had such a great little organizational system on the other side of the mountain. Thank you, Karen, by the way. Thank you. But not so much here. I mean, my floss is just thrown into drawers in little baggies. And so I'm thinking that when it comes to the DMC, I'm going to become a bobbinator. I think that's the only way, because I'm not going to be hanging the floss up. I'm going to be storing it in a drawer. So I don't want to spend the next year bobbinating. So what I'm going to do is that when I have a project that uses DMC, I'm going to bobbinate the colors that are being used. And that's how I'm going to deal with it. And maybe in 10, 20 years, it'll all be bobbinated. What do you think? I think that might be a plan, because that's the only way I can think to organize it. And I really want floss organization, and I don't want to have it hanging on the wall. I don't even have enough. It's bizarre. The wall space here is so different from the wall space in my last home that I really want to leave the wall space for finished projects, and which means that the floss has to go in drawers. Yeah, so bobbinating. So this balance, let's see if I can. I'm gonna just adjust this down just a little bit. Let's see here. Sorry for making you crazy. Hang in there. I've got this weird kind of, oh, this is just not going to work, is it? Okay, there we go. Okay, so I'll be talking here, but so I have this kind of balanced on my lap, and you can stretch it out. If what you have holding your piece is long, you can pull this out and it balances better, so you can adjust here, and you can adjust here on how much room you want under here to stitch. And so I have my chart with my needle minder held right on the project, and then it's just a matter of, they say, keeping your dominant hand here and your non-dominant hand up here. And so then you're just going to be going along like this. And the reason they say your dominant hand down below is because your dominant hand tends to know what it wants to do and find the hole easier than the non-dominant hand. And I have been getting faster at it, I have to say. They said, don't worry, you know, you'll get it, just take your time, don't freak out. And so I've just been trying to enjoy it, trying to enjoy the process. What I do like about it is that my hands don't cramp up because I'm not gripping anything. They're just very relaxed, and this frame is balanced. Now, I don't think I would like a floor frame as much because it would have to come up between my legs, or I'd have to sit more forward. And I really love my stressless chair. I very much love that stressless chair, so I'm good with this lap frame. I think for now, because I don't know how I would do a floor frame here without having to lean forward a bit or change my chair. I'm thinking that there's a prairie schooler ornament that I want to do as my February ornament. I'm gonna have to look through my charts and see if I find one that just has to be done. I'm kind of mixing it up. I mean, originally I thought, oh, I'll just do Christmas and I'll have all these Christmas ornaments done, and I think I just want to mix it up and do whatever I feel like for that particular month. See how smooth, when you get a rhythm going, it really makes a difference. But it's kind of exciting to know that you could put a hoop or a Q-snap in here without any problem. You just have to have that adapter, which it comes with. Oop, I went in the wrong hole, huh? Let's see. There we go. Last night, G had never seen the movie Rocket Man about Elton John, and so we watched that last night. The music is the fun part of the movie. And I've been trying to catch up on my Flosstube watching, especially when I'm stitching in the beehive. That's where I have my laptop kind of set up. And then I saw on Instagram that Scott stitches in Spain, although, gosh, will he change to stitches in Germany? Got a whole project done. I'm jealous. jealous, jealous, jealous. I want something finished too. That's why I'm going to be working hard on this, because I want this to be attached to the front of my Yazzie bag. And then, you know, you gotta love Erin on 2 Martini Stitches, because she, she has all these agendas. You know, she's just really good at that. I'm not good at it, because I end up feeling bad about myself because I can't quite keep up on top of everything. I mean, I'm trying to stay on top of my journal, my awesome journal by Chris. So I'm going to, I'll put that link, because those journals are so fun. But that's about as much as I could stretch myself. I mean, I'm already doing a Sal, the monthly Orny Sal, and, you know, but, you know, Erin, the 2 Martini Stitcher, she just is able to get so much done, and I think it's because she's just an organized person. She's got to be an organized person. I mean, she belongs to different groups that have different challenges, and, you know, I barely can do a challenge that I give myself, let alone if someone else sets up a challenge. Well, and I finished that book, The Woman of No Importance. Oh my gosh, was that ever a gripping, awesome book. I highly recommend it to everybody. I mean, this is a real live hero, an unsung hero, who was alive and working with the CIA when I was alive, you know, when I was a baby. So I was like, oh my gosh, this is someone real, a real hero. And I think they might someday, when they start making movies again, they might be making a movie. So here's the cool part of this frame, is that you can, I have my floss attached here, but you can tip this to look at the back. So if you want to, you know, you got a knot, you feel a knot back there, or, you know, I want to travel a little bit here, you can flip it over and do what you need to do on the back side, and then you flip it back just like that. It's so easy. Of course, I gotta find my thread again. Oh, it went to my needle minder. Yeah, so this is I'm really glad I invested in this. I'm really glad. And I am going to order the larger, now that I know that I like it, I'm going to order the larger scroll rods for the bigger projects, because I really have some big projects. I enjoyed a Zoom gathering just with my old neighborhood, the gals in my old neighborhood. It's fun to catch up with them and hear what's going on in the neighborhood. And they had quite the windstorm yesterday. Once I get this last little gnome done, I'll have one page. This is a 2-page stitch, and I'll have one page done. So I feel like that is going to be a doable finish this month. And since G's birthday start doesn't have to be done till his next birthday, no pressure there. But then I can attach it to the front of my Yazzie bag. Never even heard of that place. Never even heard of that place. So many places that I get calls from. Never even heard of them. Okay. Now I turn the dough over and I finish that flour. Oh. I will take this off so you won't see the chart. But I'll show you what I got done. So now I just have one more little gnome to do right here, and then I have 2 more rows here, and then I'm going to be able to attach this. And I haven't figured out quite how I want to attach it. I think I'm going to layer it kind of like a little bit of a quilt top kind of thing. Maybe you make a little quilt and then attach that to the front of the bag, and you can whip stitch it or buttonhole stitch it, however you want to do, onto those Yazzie bags. But they are so well made, and I can't wait. I just love the color of this toadstools and flowers that is going to make the red on my bag pop. So, well, thanks for stopping by, and I hope you are I hope your weather is maybe with a little break of sun. I know there's no sun break. Well, actually, Erin did get a little sun break in her video, but I think we won't be seeing any bright sun for another couple days. So you guys take care, have fun stitching, and we'll see you next time.